A devastating suicide bomb rocked Pakistan with several killed and injured. The blast was orchestrated by the deadliest militant group in Pakistan. They hail from one of the most difficult terrains in Pakistan, a place which British colonialists called Hell's Door Knocker. They're not the Afghan Taliban and they're not fighting the US. Instead, they're aiming at Pakistan. But why? I'm Shivan Chanana. Let's get to the point. After the Soviet Union stepped out of Afghanistan in 1989, the Pakistan Army organized Pashtun tribes into a formidable fighting force. Students from madrasas across Pakistan joined the ranks. This army came to be known as the Taliban. When US invaded Afghanistan post 9/11, Pakistan aligned itself with the US in its war on terror, and this caused a furor among the Pashtun tribes of northwest Pakistan, especially Waziristan. They turned against Pakistan's military establishment and formed the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, or TTP, around 2006-2007. When the Pakistan Army engaged itself in searching for Al-Qaeda fighters in the country's mountainous Waziristan area, it prompted armed resistance by the local Pashtun tribes. TTP engaged in brutal guerrilla warfare with the Pakistani army for several years, causing innumerable casualties among civilians and army officials. But the Peshawar school massacre, TTP's attack on the army public school in Peshawar in 2014 that killed 150 people, of whom at least 134 were students, was one of the worst. It prompted the Pakistan army to launch a massive counter-assault. The TTP has three central goals: to establish Sharia law in Pakistan, to establish a unified front to maintain Afghan Taliban control in Afghanistan, and to conduct defensive jihad against Pakistani security forces. Now, ultimately, the group seeks to overthrow the Pakistani government and establish an Islamic caliphate in Pakistan. On November 9, 2021, TTP and the Pakistani state announced a one-month ceasefire, and Pakistan reportedly released hundreds of TTP militants as part of the understanding in return. There were many ceasefires which were agreed upon by the two sides thereafter, but on November 28, 2022, the TTP officially announced the end of the ceasefire and ordered its militants to begin nationwide operations. All in all, in spite of the ceasefires, TTP has carried out over 250 attacks against Pakistani security forces since August 2021. With no ceasefire in place, Pakistan could very well be facing its biggest threat as they fight a long-standing war which they never saw coming from within the country. Now, this conflict is terrifying for Pakistan as the TTP uprising could very well lead towards demands for a separate state of Waziristan in northwest Pakistan, similar to what Pakistan has done in the northwest of India. Ironical, isn't it?